I have done nothing for my entire life besides this channel. I wake up in the morning. I just clean up, take a shower, and then I sit in my chair and I scroll on social media until I find something that clicks something or gives me some kind of motivation just for me to be able to stand up and then get dressed and then go somewhere or do something. The pain of inaction is not great at all. The only way you will actually take action inside of this life is when the pain of not doing anything at all is greater than actually getting out there and doing something. That is when you will decide that you will have to change, that you will have to get out there and live your life. Because I also noticed something today. While I was doing the same thing I usually do, which is nothing, by the way, I came across this Reddit post. And it went, I'm not going to read exactly what it said, but I'm going to paraphrase it here. You know how in school you get assigned a really, really long essay? And basically you put it off for as long as you possibly can until you finally decide, you know what, I'll start it. I'll do it, not that big of a deal. So you do. You start it. And then you finish it in time, whatever. Maybe that's a week before, maybe it's the day before, a couple days before. I'm not too sure. But your life is like an essay. If you sit there and you don't do it and you wait until the very end to actually live your life, you're not going to be able to complete it, live it. Because the truth is, there is no such thing as completing a life. Okay, life is an infinite game. Not that it's an infinite game, because it does eventually come to an end. But as soon as your perspective, your experience ends, the universe dies with it. Okay, because as soon as you don't exist, neither does any of this. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Your life is a blip. A blip in existence. And I don't know how long you're going to sit around and wait and continue to believe things that are not true. Life is like an opposite game. If you pretend to be something you're not for too long, every moment will feel like a test. Pain, suffering. You'll suffer forever. And you'll never get to actually where you want to be. You just want to shine so bright in a world so dark. You want to be the light in that dark room. You want to be able to be that person that has something to stand for. But you don't. You never have. You never got up and you never did anything. I never did. Seriously, my entire life, all I've done is I've played video games, scrolled on social media, pretended, I don't even know if that's a word, but I pretend that I knew what I was talking about, that I pretend that I know what I was doing, but I didn't know anything. Self-destructiveness is cool nowadays. It's cool to stay up night after night after night after night after night. Stay up all night. Night after night after night. Just to end up sleep deprived, and then you just say you're fine, but you're not really fine. You think you are. You think you're performing at a similar or higher level, but you're not. You're performing much lower. Because you're not in tune with your own human biology. People think, sometimes including myself, that they are above biology, that they are above science. That if you do a substance a bunch of times, you're not going to get addicted to it. You're like, oh, I can quit whenever I want. If it's hard to quit, that's probably not a good sign. it's a good sign that you should probably change something. Because the absolute truth is, think about this. Think about how hard it is to change yourself. Okay, now you've thought about that for a little bit. What makes you think you're going to be able to change someone else? Okay, because even if you do end up changing somebody, okay, changing an emotionally unavailable person to something, you know, you're like, oh, it's kind of like a movie that, like, if just they did this differently, if they did that a little bit better, it would be an amazing movie, or they would be an amazing, much better person than they are right now. The truth is that if a person changes for you, well, how long are they going to change for you until they finally decide they're going to go back to doing what they want to do? Okay, it seems like you actually ignore the people that actually do care about you, and the people that don't give you any attention at all, the people that deprive you of life. Those are the people that you attach to. Those are the people that you leech off of. Not even that you're necessarily leeching and taking something from them, but you're placing an expectation. And by placing any expectation inside of this life, because the only guarantee is that this is going to end. And I can't tell you when this is going to end. If you wake up every single morning and you tell yourself, today is going to be the best day ever, and then you look for things that are going to make this the best day ever, maybe it could be. Maybe every day could be an amazing day, because you will find what you look for. When you change the way you look at things inside of this life, the things you look at change right in front of your eyes. It's all about perspective. It's all about the way you see things. Try to take yourself out of yourself. Seriously. You know, the way with anything, you know, I mean, people want hybrid schedules now. They want to be able to build on themselves, and as soon as you give them that freedom, they don't want to go back. But they will say that they are happy because they have flexibility. But that very flexibility causes them to burn out, because you want to know why you're probably burning out? Having a bunch of tasks that you need to do. Maybe you need to pick up someone. Maybe you need to do this. Maybe you need to go and see that person over there. Your brain needs to adjust to things. Okay, your brain is not going to be fully there in the first 2 minutes of the thing. Okay, if you're building a puzzle, it's going to suck for the first, 2 minutes. And then eventually you're going to get the hang of it. Eventually your brain is going to get in tune. If you're writing, you're going to say, oh, this blows for like 2 seconds. I mean, no, not 2 seconds. For maybe like 10 minutes. And then you're going to get into the flow of writing. You're going to get into the flow of things. You're going to slowly build. If you're doing a bunch of small things throughout the day, you're going to be burnt out, man. Because the truth is, doing a bunch of small things, it's harder than doing one thing for like 4 or 5 hours. Because the brain knows. Okay, when the brain is aware that someone is not going to, when the brain is aware that you are not going to quit something, it finds way after way after way to get you to exactly where you need to be. It will get you there. You just have to keep on pushing. Because I don't know what's next. I don't know what the unknown holds for you or me. But I do know that I want things to... No. I want myself. I want to actually live a life. You know, because like I was saying before, that essay timer is not going to slow down. Tick, tick, tick. This is very hard for me to admit, but I think today is like the beginning of March. I have done the same exact thing every single day. Every day this month. And I feel myself, no, not this month, this year. And every single day that I wake up, I feel myself slowly getting weaker, losing more energy, and just things are not good. You know, I feel like every day I'm just digging myself deeper into the hole, but I've said this before. You will hit rock bottom the moment you decide to stop digging. And I just... Why can I not just take my own advice? Why can I not just start listening to the things I say? It gets to a certain point where I can't even hear what you're saying because your actions are speaking so loudly. And let me say that again. Sometimes I can't even hear what you're saying because your actions are speaking so loudly for you. Actions are everything, okay? It's easy to try to talk your way out of a counter argument. Okay, like two people who smoke all the time. Oh yeah, we should probably stop this. It's not good for our health. Or it's much easier to ignore the counter argument, or actually have somebody embody the change. Oh, I quit. I stopped smoking. I did it for a week. I did it for 2 weeks. I'm better. At least I think. You know, but I mean, it's a lot easier. I know it's a lot harder to argue reality. Okay? Self-destructive behaviors are not cool. Okay? Take this from a person who's currently living it. It's not cool to hurt yourself. It's not cool to hurt your brain. It's not cool to stay up night after night after night late because it's socially accepted, or you'll become the cool guy, or you'll think you'll miss out, you know, FOMO, you'll fear of missing out. That's a new thing. But then you also can think back, would you trade your best nights of staying up all night for, like, I don't know, a good night's sleep? Probably not. But the truth is, sleep is very, very important. Okay? It is very, very important because it affects you literally throughout your entire day. Literally throughout your entire day. And if you're sleep deprived, you could tell. I'm sleep deprived. I'm pretty sure every single person could tell. And I'm just coming out and saying it, dude. Like, every single day, I'm telling you, every single day I've just done the same exact thing. I wake up, I'll clean, I'll take a shower, I'll sit in my chair until social media activates my brain and, like, motivates me to actually stand up and live life. But at that point, it's too late in the day already, and I feel like a piece of shit. And no matter what I seem to do in that day, I know how I started my day, and I know it wasn't good. But I know you could also say it doesn't matter how you start. It only matters about how you end. But I don't really know how. I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, it's not going to stop you from thinking. You know, it's not going to stop you thinking from what happened earlier. And in that return, it literally ruins the entire day. You know? Like, I think I started my day today. It was past 1 p.m. Okay, I'm not very proud to mention that because days don't start at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. You know, I know some people who really do wake up at those kind of times. Days don't start that late. Okay? And when you wake up, you scroll on your phone for a couple hours. As soon as you wake up, that's not what I do, but I know some people do that. Not good for you. You're only hurting yourself. You know, procrastination is actually a form of depression, is what I figured out. You know, so if you find yourself maybe pacing in circles, sitting down on your chair, your bed, or your couch, and you're thinking about the things that need to be done instead of actually doing them. You're thinking about a past that already happened. It's over, unfortunately. Depression comes from things that already happened. Your past, things you just can't heal from. You know, hurting yourself is one of the easiest. I know. Hurting yourself is one of the easiest things you could ever do. I mean, it's literally as easy as this. Like that lady just did in front of me. It's literally as easy as just one hand movement. But healing yourself. Ooh, don't fall. Healing yourself. That is the hardest thing you will ever have to do in your entire life. Okay? Because to heal oneself, I mean, if you ever catch yourself thinking about what the purpose is in life, a lot of people forget the purpose is you. Okay? The purpose is to better yourself. Okay? Because you're not going to be able to change anybody. You're not going to be able to set an expectation and have the world bow at your mercy or whatever. It's just not going to happen, dude. It's not going to. Stop wasting away your life. Don't wait until the last second to start living. Because at that point, it'll be too late. Okay, I'm not even saying that it will be too late, because I know I made a video that it's never too late. You know, it's never too early, never a wrong time. But I will tell you this, that if you wasted the age of 18 and 19 and 20 and 21 and 22, if you wasted those ages as you did not live in those ages, like how I wasted, I didn't waste anything. They were all lived years. But what I mean by wasted is just, I didn't say what I wanted to say. I didn't do what I wanted to do. And I continue to just live inside of my room and just live inside of my head. You know, but my head is not the world. The world is all around you. You know? And I'll tell you this right now. This is something that I need to learn myself. That if you don't make connections in this world, that if you don't go out and talk to somebody, you're not going to have anybody to look after you, to talk to. Because the truth is, let's just face the facts here. No one's going to come up and talk to you by themselves. Yeah, you might have some people who say hello or whatever, but to have another individual in this world say to themselves in their head, you, this person right here, is going to be my friend and I'm going to talk to them. Very rare for that to happen. Okay, now, what's not rare is for you to go out there and see someone and then pick them to be your friend. Go out and talk to them, because it's easy to do that for yourself. Okay? It's easier. So get out there. Don't do nothing. I've done nothing for far too long. And what I mean by nothing really is I go to the gym now, but going to the gym doesn't really help. It does. It keeps you healthy and in check, and fit, whatever. But I feel like I want to socialize more. I want to find my people. I want to find people who have the same sense of humor as me. Who think similar things to me, who just treat me the way I deserve to be treated. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Okay? Thank you for watching the video. That's enough of me rambling on about nothing, because that's exactly what I do inside my life, nothing. Maybe one day that'll change, maybe it won't. Obviously, I'm going to inform you guys if I ever change or whatever. Remember to stay positive. Get your sleep. It's really, really important, because the next day you'll have, your energy, man. It's all about just having energy, dude. It's all about just having energy, because if you have no energy, you're not going to be able to perform. You're not going to be able to think. You're not going to be able to do. So get out there. Stay positive. Enjoy your day. Get your sleep. Eat your vegetable. No. Who am I, your mom? No. Just enjoy your life. And don't wait until last minute to start living it. Because granted, the only person that can answer the question of if change has passed you by is you. But at the end of the day, the day gonna end. The day is gonna end. At the end of the day is gonna end anyway. Remember that. And even as I sit here, you need to realize to yourself that the world is not going to wait for you. Every day is literally the same. It's the same 24 hours. Everybody has the same 24 hours to get up and do something. Try to make it worth it. Or don't. It doesn't really matter, man, because it's your life, you are your own unique individual. No one on this earth has ever lived your exact life. So stop waiting for other people to tell you what to do. Just get out there and do exactly what it is you want to do. Stay positive again.